Ramos Stars are always strong when it comes to the second half, and he would need that energy. And also he promised to do that.
Ball over the top into the part of Shoaib Ibrahim. Still Ibrahim with a strike. And Ramos Stars take the lead. What an occasion to score in the derby against your local rivals. And Ramos Stars are in front in this side.
A lovely lob up over the defenders. We thought that was going to be stopped by the marksman who was looking to stop him from that attack. But in the end, he found a way to beat the goalkeeper, beating the goalkeeper to the wrong direction and put him more in the back of the net. Lovely move from Shoaib Ibrahim.
Earlier live coverage said this Salisu will strike low. Shoaib Ibrahim stick that one, but touch was just too heavy. Took it away from the target. Chance on the strike, just like here on his weaker right foot. Came off the white shirt.
Bring down from this man to Michael.
Free kick taken for such a standard strike. And the Bia Bazaar's from with that one. And the equalizer comes in. Well, hold on. The flag is up.
Hello and welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. It was a fantastic weekend in the Nigerian Premier Football League where we had a lot of actions in Mark Day 4 in the Nigerian Premier Football League, the elite division of the men's football in Nigeria over the weekend. We will be looking at those results, and it was also a good weekend in Nigeria, in Africa at large, and also in Europe. Big games, big teams getting all the maximum wins, 3 points in all the top 5 leagues in Europe. This morning on 360 Sports, we'll be looking at the 2 top 5 leagues in Europe. We'll be looking at 2 of them, and then a couple of other stories on the show. Like I said, it was also a good news for Nigerian sport in the course of the weekend. We'll actually begin from that. We will not start from that story, but rather we can say it's a good news because the event happened in Nigeria. It was all the African University Games that happened at the University of Lagos, co-hosted by LASU, that is Lagos State University, the 11th edition of the FASU game, that is All African University Games, where Cairo American University made champions. They won the event, lifting the event with 48 gold, 28 silver and 8 bronze medals to beat co-hosts, that is LASU and Unilag, to 2nd and 3rd position respectively. The Cairo University, that is located in Egypt, came down to Nigeria to cut away all the gold medals, 48 gold medals in total, and 26 silver and 8 bronze medals. But LASU and Unilag came 2nd and 3rd respectively in the standing at the end of the games right there in Lagos. Like I said, it is the 11th All African University Games, and this particular game is a way of catching them young, identifying talent, and looking forward to them. I have Sam Luka, that's Sam Luka, ready to join me on the show this morning. Okay, Sam, welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV. Okay, yes, we have the All African University Games. About more than 36 universities in Nigeria participated in these games, and other African universities that came down, about 11 of them in total, came down to Nigeria to participate in the All African University Games. But the news is the American University based in Cairo came down to Nigeria and went away with the champion with 48 gold medal, 26 silver and 8 bronze medal. But LASU and Unilag, the host university, came 2nd and 3rd respectively.
Well, it is a good outing for the Cairo University. They came well prepared. They came with lots of athletes, and those athletes are professionals by their standard. So they came and they gave out a good performance, emerging as the leading university in terms of medals. It's kudos to the University of Lagos and of course Lagos State University for hosting the event and also coming second and third respectively. By country, Nigeria emerges as the winners of the all university games in Africa. But by university, it happens to be the Cairo, American University in Cairo. So, like I said before, from the university games, we can get athletes that can perform well at the international levels for the country Nigeria. We don't have other forms of school sports that can make our athletes to perform well, but the university games can provide a good platform for the athletes to do.
Okay, I think we lost if you join us back. I think university is another ground where we can get talent. If we remember, Vincent Yema was sometime a student of Abia State University, where he studied, and will know a lot of president likes of Olofinjana, Sondo Lise and Co. These were also they were very great athletes. Footballers during their school days, and they were discovered. So in kind of these games, Julius Agawa himself, a police officer, in kind of these games, you discover a lot of time. Okay, Samuel, you can continue. We can continue, Samuel.
Like I said, using the university games and the school sports, the country can well groom athletes that can perform at the international level for the country. And we don't have platforms for students to perform in sports, but the university games has provided a good platform for the athletes to perform. So we can use this kind of games, this kind of events for grooming up of our athletes well.
Okay, we can use this kind of games to groom up and identify talent. For the two hosts, that is Lagos State University and Unilag, it was a good one in terms of the event. They became they won for the university, but the overall champion, that is what we are looking at, where Cairo University, okay, they came from other universities of the continent. Now, in your own general assessment, have we been able to host this tournament, this event very well? That is LASU and Unilag. Did you think they live up to expectation by hosting about 11 other African universities, joining with about more than 36 universities in Nigeria that participated in the African University Games?
Well, from the economic situation of the country, we were able to host a befitting games. And from the technologies that have been introduced in the game, we saw the use of VAR in the football matches. That's a welcome development. That shows that we came fully prepared to host this kind of event. So going further like this, we can host other sporting events in the country. So I believe we did well in terms of hosting the event.
Okay, we did well in terms of hosting the event. Congratulations to Lagos State University and Unilag for hosting a befitting event, and also congratulations goes to the American University based in Cairo for winning the overall champion of the games. All right, let's leave that story. Like I said, it was all a cheering news for Nigerian sport in the course of the weekend. And when it comes to cadet level, yes, we are getting it right, and I'm proud. In fact, I kudos to this particular federation, this story that we'll be looking at. We're talking cricket now. Kudos to the Nigerian Cricket Federation for doing all they can to see that these sports become a household name, and by turning out tournaments upon tournaments, taking care of cricket players, their athletes, exposing them to better facilities and giving them the best. Yes, it was a good news for the junior yellow greens women in the Nigeria, that is for Nigeria, qualifying for the ICC Under-19 Cricket Women's World Cup. That is the Under-19 Women Cricket World Cup that will happen in Malaysia come next year. But Nigeria topped the group without losing a game after they beat Zimbabwe, almighty Zimbabwe, by 1 wicket. to at least to pick the second ticket that represent the continent of Africa during this event in Malaysia. Sam, it was a good outing for these young ladies doing Nigerian proud far away at the Kankanga Oval in Kigali, Rwanda.
Well, I'm loving the speed and the mode in which this game is going into the hearts of Nigeria. From the onset, we are not a cricket sport nation, but by the standards we are giving out in little competitions like this, that shows that we are growing in terms of playing cricket in the country. And for the Nigerian under-19 team qualifying to the World Cup, it's a massive, massive one. Though the game has to end at the second innings because of heavy downpour, but judging by the quality they presented and them topping the table and their result, they qualified to the World Cup. And the Cricket Federation, they are trying. Now they have like 3 months now from now to the time of the World Cup in 2025, which is in January. So they have a lot of time to prepare well for them to go and have a good outing there.
Okay, they have a lot of time for them to go and have a good outing. This is the second time that Nigeria will be qualifying for the under-19 tournament, though the men first did it, and now the girls, the women, has followed the same footsteps of the guys by qualifying, and the second time we will be showcasing our talent. Sam, quickly, for the Nigerian Cricket Federation, in fact, they deserve all the commendation, they deserve all the recognitions that they can get, because they are really, really doing well, Sam.
Yeah, they are doing really well. I mean, bringing all hands on deck and also soliciting for the Nigerian Cricket Federation and all other sponsors involved to bring their hands together so that they can see how they can help and groom this sport into the life of Nigerians. They have been doing well. They have been doing well. I've came to understand that cricket came into the country long ago, but attention was not given to the sport. But judging by what is going on now, grooming them from the cadet stage to the professional stage, that shows that the Cricket Federation are putting all hands on deck and seeing that the federation and, of course, the nation in cricket is growing bigger in the country.
Yes, the sport of cricket is growing bigger and bigger in Nigeria, and kudos to the Nigerian Cricket Federation and to our girls for picking that World Cup ticket. It was all scare. The countries like Zimbabwe, Uganda, Rwanda itself, the host country, these are top nations when it comes to cricket, and Nigeria was able to hold its own against this top country, Tanzania, top countries in the qualifiers, and they picked the #1 spot during the qualifiers, and it's a good one. We'll be seeing our Nigerian under-19 women's team in Malaysia, the ICC under-19 women's cricket women's World Cup in Malaysia come January next year. All right, let's leave that story and let's go to the ping pong game. Also, it is a cherry news coming from that angle. When we talk about ping pong, it is the table tennis game sport we're talking about. An African #1, Nigerian #1, African star, Nigerian table tennis star. That is Aruna Kadri, through to the round of 32 at the WTT Smash Open in China. Aruna Kadri defeated a top player on Sunday, that is beating Benedek Ola by 3-1 in that game. In the first set it was 13-11, second set he lost it, and then the third set it was 12-10, and then the last set he won 11-7, and he is through to the round of 64 at the Xingshan Shonggang Park in Beijing, China. That is where the tournament is ongoing, and it is the WTT Smash. For Aruna Kadri, he has a disappointment during the Paris Olympic game. I think the man he has bounced back from that dismal outing in Paris.
Well, okay, it is a good one for Aruna Kadri, being the world 19th in the ranking and having a poor performance at the Paris Olympics, and he decided to up his standards.
Sam. Okay, due to his poor performance at the Paris Olympic Games. Now I think he has put that disappointment behind him, and he is back on top. At least he's in top shape going forward by beating Benedek Ola 3-1 in that game, and now he's through to round of 32. He started from round of 64, barring because of his ranking. He's African #1 after he toppled South of Egypt. Just after the Olympic Games. But let's see how far he can go. He's through to the round of 32 and he's going to have his hand full in the next round of that competition. We will be leaving the ping pong game and we'll go straight. We'll take some video highlight. You saw that video between Remo Stars and Sunshine Stars, and you know we are going straight to the round leader game, and we'll start with the MPFL. But let's just have some of this video, this highlights, and we'll be right back.
That's a goal! That's a goal! Nine fronts on this side.
A lovely lob up over the defenders. We thought that was going to be stopped by the marksman who was looking to stop him from that attack. But in the end, he found a way to beat the goalkeeper, beating the goalkeeper to the wrong direction and putting more in the back of the net. Lovely, lovely move from Shaibu Ibrahim. So for them, the way they played in that first game was really a shocker. 3-0 against Bayelsa United. Going away from home game as far as we are concerned. But I think a result from here will be enough.
A pull back pass there from Obiazo David. A chance for Remo Stars. But they've put the ball in the back of the net. The flag is up from the assistant referee on the far side.
That's a poor one from the defense. The goalkeeper wanted to make a cross-field pass.
He felt it was the right call from the assistant referee. Looks tight, really tight.
Looks very tight. And I think the best thing the linesman would have done.
A free kick for Sunshine Stars. Seydou Salisu won't strike this one. A chance for Sunshine Stars in the box. Ali collided with the goalkeeper. To see the replays, Ali was Zamed Akinyele who.
Yes, welcome back from that video break. Yes, we are going straight to the round leader game. And we'll start with the Nigerian Premier Football League. It is the roundup of match day 34 in the Nigerian, match day 4 in the Nigerian Premier Football League. I beg your pardon, not match day 34 right now. Once we get to match day 34, that means the league is almost ending, though it's just match day 4, and the big guns in the Nigerian Premier League, we are seeing improvement weekend by weekend in the Nigerian Premier Football League. Teams getting a point away, teams get beaten at home, and we've seen away draw in match day 3. We witnessed 4 away draws in match day 3, and it continued in match day 4, and improvement also in the officiating and what have you, the quality of play, and I think the MPFL is in the right direction as we speak, and it was match the 4 result coming in match the 4. Let's start with the Academy Warriors games against Plateau United. It was 2-2 draw right there at the stadium in Borno, and then Niger Tornadoes at their new stadium. This is the second draw they were playing against Bendel Insurance. They played 1-1 last weekend in match the 3. It was 1-1 against Nasarawa United at that same stadium. Now they played 1-1 against Bendel Insurance at the new stadium in Kotongora, Mina. And then we have Rivers United beating Enyimba 2-0 for Finidi George against his former team, and now he went back home and is getting it right with Rivers United. It was 2-0 against Enyimba International. Abia Warriors beat Canopilas 2-0 at home. Bayelsa United and Kwara United played a 1-1 draw, while Katsina United piled pressure on Lobisas by beating them 3-0. Remo Star, the star match of the weekend of match the 4 between the two best coaches in the Nigerian Premier Football League, Ogumbo Ndede and Fidelis Ilechukwu. These coaches are also assistants to Austin Guevon, who is the Super Eagles interim coach. Now both of them clashed at the Kenneth Stadium in Ogun State. It was 2-1 against the champions, defending champions of the league, Enugu Rangers, and then Shooting Stars of Ibadan beat Heartland FC of Owerri 1-0, and Ikorodu City continues their misery to new life in the Nigerian Premier Football League, but they lost at home at the Unicon Stadium to Nasarawa United 2-1, and Akwa United recorded Sunshine Stars, I beg your pardon, recorded the second away win of match day 4 against Akwa United at the Eket Township Stadium in Akwa Ibom State. So we witnessed 2 away wins in match day 4. We had 1 draw, and the rest games were we have 2 draws, and then the rest were home wins in the Nigerian Premier Football League. So 4 away wins last weekend, 2 away wins this weekend. I think this is a continuation of what the good things that is happening in the Nigerian Premier Football League in match day 4. Sam, interesting results in match day 4 of the Nigerian Premier Football League. We'll start with the game between Academy Warriors and Plateau United, because definitely Plateau United is your own team.
Well, that game was an interesting one. There was so much drama in the game, and judging by the standards of and the quality of the officiating, that shows that the Nigerian Professional Football League is in the right direction. And the other matches, I took interest in the Rivers United FC versus Enyimba, because it's a derby match, it's a strong match, and Rivers a match winners, victorious at the end of the game. Other big wins for Katsina United, beating former champions, and of course Abia Warriors beating also another former champions in Kano Pillars. That shows that truly the Nigerian football is heading into the right direction, and we are seeing away wins in Ikorodu City and of course Akwa United. It is a positive one. It is a positive note that we have known the league to be a league whereby teams at home don't lose matches. We're seeing two away wins in the match day 4. That shows that we are heading into the right direction. And maintaining this standard will improve the Nigerian football in general in the nearest future.
Okay, to improve the Nigeria. Now, let's look at the game of Remo Stars and Enugu Rangers. These are the 2 big teams, the league runners-up last season and against the champions. And you know, the 2 coaches also knows each other very well. The assistants to Austin Guevon in the Super Eagles as an interim Super Eagles coach. Now, the quality of the game between Remo Stars and Enugu Rangers yesterday evening, how do you describe that? We saw their tactical prowess, we saw the tactical approach of both coaches to that game. Sam, are you there?
Well, these are 2 teams who play beautiful.
Okay, there are 2 teams that play beautiful football in the Nigerian Premier Football League. The tactfulness of both coaches actually came into bear in that game. We saw a penalty in that game, and we saw a screamer. Rangers International got a penalty to level up things in that game before a screamer from Weke to give Remo Stars a 2-1 advantage in that game, and it was a massive one. A screamer, like I said, outside the 18-yard box, and for Remo Stars, they ran away with the 3 points at their home ground, and though it was a good game, the game lived up to its billings. The fans, the quality of play, the officiating, the quality of officiating, it was a balanced game for me from all sides, from all ramifications. And if we can continue like this, the Nigerian Premier Football League will continue to go. In fact, we'll continue to witness that growth, the development we want to see. We want to go back to the glory days when Nigerian Football League used to be a league that is something to cheer, something to behold on the continent of Africa. And for the big game between Rivers United and Enyimba International, and Rivers United also continue to do well, start to life with a new coach in the Nigerian Premier Football League under their own son, Finidi George. And Finidi George facing his former team, Enyimba International. At least he went away with all 3 points. He went back home because he's in his home ground. He went back home with all 3 points, and it was a good one. Let's quickly look at the table. Let's look at the Nigerian Premier Football League table after match day 4. Like I said, Remo Stars continued their 100% record to the start of the season, winning 4 out of 4 to have 12 points right now. Rivers United also, they are the top, they are second. Also, they've not lost a game, though they have 1 draw. They have 10 points, staying second. Niger Tornadoes, surprisingly, they are on the 3rd position with 8 points. We have Katsina United on the 4th position with 7 points. Sunshine Stars of Akure 5th with 7 points. We have Enyimba 6th with 6 points. They've played 3 games. We have Ekenemi Warriors on the 7th position with 5 points. Shooting Stars of Ibadan on the 8th position with 5 points. We have Nasarawa and Plateau United occupying 10th, 9th, and 10th position with 5 points and 0 goal difference. Let's go to the flip side of it. We have the second side, Abia Warriors on the 11th position with 5 points. We have Enugu Rangers, the defending champions, after playing 3 games with just 4 points. And also they continue to struggle in front of goals. Kano Pillars on the 13th position with 4 points. We have Aqua United 14th position with 2 points. Bendel Insurance 15. Kwara United on the 16th position with 2 points. Bayelsa United also with 2 points and minus 3 goal difference. About 4 teams having the same goal difference, minus 1. That's for Kano Pillars, Aqua United, Insurance, and Kwara. And then Heartland FC of Owerri surprisingly have left the bottom of the table, though they are still in the relegation's water as it stands with 1 point on the 18th position. Ikorodu City also have 1 point. Lobby Stars, who were one of the teams that looked like winning the title last season, at the 20th position after match day 4. It's just 4 matches played. I think we still have about 34 matches to go for this season. We still have about 34 matches to go. So the table will definitely keep changing week in, week out. And at the end of match day 34, we will know who will be crowned champions of the Nigerian Premier Football League. But after match day 4, that is how the table look like, and that is how teams are standing. All right, let's leave the Nigerian Premier Football League. It is a roundup for the Nigerian Premier Football League, and now we'll go straight to the English Premier League. The course of the weekend also, there were interesting games in England, and on Sunday it was a Super Sunday, and one team smiled away, a team from London going to Manchester, and they smiled home with 3 goals and 3 points. But first, let's look at the full result of the Nigerian Premier of the English Premier Football League on the course of the weekend. Let's have the result. Like I said, Manchester United lost at Old Trafford 3-0 to Tottenham Hotspur, And for Ipswich Town and Aston Villa, it was 2-2 at the end of 90 minutes. All right, let's look at other results. We have Newcastle United and Manchester City playing a 1-1 draw. Arsenal pummeled Leicester City at Emirates Stadium 4-2. Brentford and West Ham United played 1-1 draw. Chelsea at Stamford Bridge hammered Brighton 4-2. Everton getting their first win of the season against Crystal Palace 2-1. And Fulham went to the Forest and got all 3 points with 1 goal. And Liverpool also went away at the Molineux, beat Wolves 2-1. That is the result for the English Premier League. Samuel, I think there were interesting results in the English Premier League in the course of the weekend. And one of those results is Manchester United losing to Tottenham Hotspur at Old Trafford. Samuel, are you there? Okay, those were okay. Samuel.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. I'm still here.
I said we're looking at the English Premier Football League result. Man U, one of the interesting results there is Man U losing at home to Tottenham Hotspur 3-0 and 3 points for Tottenham.
Well, it was an interesting game. Though Manchester United went down to 10 men in the first half of the game, but Tottenham, kudos to them. And Postecoglou gave out his instruction well, and of course the boys followed his instructions. Man United playing poorly, draw at the Europa League, and of course losing at home to Tottenham. They have to pick up. And they signed good quality players. We have Mazraoui, the lead incoming, Manuel Ugarte coming, but those boys are not clicking well. So I don't know. They have to go back to the drawing board. Like one of their pundits said, the players have to have a meeting by themselves without the coach. Let them focus on what they want to achieve this particular season. Manchester United are coming into games playing rather lackluster or going into games without an aim, and that's why they keep on giving out poor results. Top players like Rashford needs to up their game. They need to start performing well. He wears the number 10. He is the prize.
Okay, top players in the team just need to start performing well for them. And for the game of Liverpool against Wolves, I think Liverpool also are on course under new coach and Slot, who is doing well with the Red, with the Anfield side. They went away to Molineux to get a 2-1 victory. And for Fulham also, they continue under Silva, their coach. They continue to do well, and they defeated Nottingham Forest at their home ground. So interesting result in the course of the weekend. And for Chelsea, fantastic play from them under a new coach, Maresca. Also, they are doing well, and a lot of Manchester United fans would be regretting why the coach for Eric Ten Hag, why allowing this man Sancho to go and join the Blue Boys. I think Man U is not really getting it right as we speak. And for Chelsea, good game. In 2 games now, we saw what they did, scoring more than 8 goals in just 2 games. 4-2 against Brighton at Stamford Bridge. And one man, Nicholas Jackson, continues to do well. But for Cole Palmer, he announced himself this season again by scoring all 4 goals in that game. So he scored a glut. When you score 4 goals, he scored quadruple, I beg your pardon, in that particular game. And if we look at it for Chelsea, a lot of things is going on right for them this season under their new coach Maresca. But for Manchester United, if they really want to compete, yes, they need to stand up. They need to wake up, because the time to wake up is now. All right, let's look at the English Premier Football League table. Let's have the table and see where teams are standing after a round of games this weekend. Liverpool, I know they shoot to the top of the table with 15 points after 6 games. We have Man City who are second, who were held to 1-1 draw by by Newcastle United. They have 14 points. Arsenal also having 14 points after beating Leicester City. We have Chelsea, who are fourth with 13 points. Aston Villa continue to do well under Unai Emery. They have 13 points. Fifth position, Fulham sixth with 11 points. Newcastle United is seventh with 11 points. We have Tottenham Hotspur on the 8th position with 10 points. Brighton have 9 points. We have Nottingham Forest on the 10th position with 9 points. Let's look at the second side of the table. I believe that is where Manchester United is standing. We have Brentford ahead of Man U, surprisingly, with 7 points. On the 11th position, Man United 12th with -3 goal difference and 7 points. Bournemouth 13th with 5 points. West Ham United is 14th with 5 points. We have Ipswich Town on the 15th position with 4 points. Everton 16th. Everton has left the bottom now. Have 4 points. We have Leicester City on the 17th position with 3 points. Crystal Palace has 3 points. Southampton continues to remain where they actually ended last season with 1 point. And Wolves is on the 20th position with 1 point. Interesting game in the course of the weekend for the English Premier Football League. All right, let's leave that story. Let's leave the EPL and we'll go straight to the La Liga. La Liga also witnessed some good games in the course of the weekend. Barcelona also got the beating of their life. 4-2. That game ended for Barcelona, and it was not the result they actually wanted. Though, despite that win, they still maintain the top position in La Liga. So interesting result in the course of the weekend in La Liga. Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid shared the spoils. It was a point apiece in the derby game, and a lot of Real Madrid fans, were disappointed that Real Madrid couldn't take all 3 points against their neighbors. So let's look at the results. Celta Vigo and Girona played 1-1. Athletic Club and Sevilla also played 1-1. Real Betis beat Espanyol 1-0. Atletico Madrid, like I said, and Real played a 1-1 draw at the Wanda Metropolitano Stadium. Right there at the capital city of Spain. We have Getafe beating Deportivo Alaves 2-0. Rayo and Leganés played 1-1 draw. Real Sociedad beat Valencia 3-0. Osasuna, yes, surprising one against Barcelona 4-2. That game ended. And Real Valladolid lost at home to Real Mallorca 2-1. Somewhere for Barcelona, it was a beating. They never saw it coming against Osasuna.
Well, that game somehow funnily got my attention. Everyone came into the game hoping Barcelona will maintain their 100% record, but Osasuna came in guns blazing. They took the lead, kept on playing till they went to 2-0. That's when Barcelona lost the game, and Eric Garcia was playing poorly at the game. He was misplacing passes, he was out of position, and Osasuna calculated the game and used that against the Barcelona players. Losing 4-2 will serve as a big blow for them. Though, surprisingly, Atletico Madrid held Real Madrid to a 1-1 draw at the Metropolitano, maintaining Barca's lead of 3 points at the end of the match week. So, going into that game, Barcelona needed to win to maintain their positive nature of playing at the La Liga, but they lost, and kudos to what Atletico Madrid did. It has relieved some pressure from the Barca team.
Okay. That is Atletico Madrid helping Barcelona to at least relieve some pressure after they were ahead 1-1 by Real Madrid at the Wanda Metropolitano Stadium right there in Spain. Let's look at the table. Like I said, Barcelona continues to remain at the top of the table despite that loss to Osasuna. After match day 8, they have 21 points. That's for Barca. And then Real Madrid is second with 8 points. Barcelona still leading with 3 points. We have Atletico Madrid on the third position with 16 points. Athletic Club 14 points on the fourth position. Real Mallorca 5th position with 14 points, we have Villarreal. On the 6th position, 14 points, we have Osasuna with -1 goal difference. With 14 points on the 7th, Real Betis. 8th, Rayo Vallecano. On the 9th position with 10 points, Real Betis have 12 points, and Celta Vigo have 10 points, occupying the 10th position. Let's go to the flip side of the table and look at the second half of it, where Deportivo Alaves is 11th with 10 points. Girona, surprisingly, a team that was runner-up last season, the 12th position with 9 points. We have Sevilla on the 13th position with 9 points. Real Sociedad, 14th position with 8 points. Getafe, 15, 7 points. Leganés, 7 points. 16th, Espanyol, 17th position with 7 points. And Valencia, Real Valladolid, Las Palmas. These three teams remains at the bottom of the La Liga table. All right, we've looked at the La Liga results and table. Quickly, before we go away from the show, now we look at some transfer stories, those that could happen in January. Definitely, we'll see some transfer booked before the transfer window will open, and it's an interesting one. We'll start with this, where Manchester City continue to look for good players. Man City targets Real Sociedad midfielder Martin Zubimendi. I think, Sam, quickly, this guy will be a good addition to Manchester City's midfield, going by what happened to Rodri, who is out of the season.
Yes. Yes, from what Manchester City played in the past 3 games, it shows that they really lack some quality in the depth of their midfield. Kovacic is not playing well, judging from his performance at the game against Newcastle. He was playing out of position. The pressure of replacing Rodri at the midfield compiled on him or his shoulders, and he couldn't perform to his best. Martin Zubimendi is like somehow a player who plays similar to that of Rodri, and of course we saw his performance at the Spanish team at the just concluded Euro in 2024. Martin Zubimendi was on his way to Liverpool, but somehow the deal crashed. But now Man City are in need of a central midfielder, and Zubimendi fills in that void. He can play to the Rodri style, and so Manchester City is a good one for them, hoping that they can sign him January.
Okay, it's a good one if he joins the City Boys. All right, let's look at this one. German Bundesliga champion, that is Bayern Munich, monitors Liverpool goalkeeper Alisson Becker, probably who is having a mouth-watering offer from, those guys, the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, where the money is not an issue. If you want to play, we have the money, just come. And now Bayern Munich is actually monitoring the situation with him in Liverpool. He has not signed the contract. Probably, maybe, just maybe, he might leave Anfield, go to Saudi or go to Germany. Sam, go ahead.
Yes, Manuel Neuer cannot keep on playing till he's 40 or 41 or 42. So Bayern Munich are in need of a goalkeeper that can fill in that void. He has been one of their greatest goalkeeper, if not arguably the greatest goalkeeper. But they need a quality goalkeeper to fill in that void. Last season they signed in Jan Sommer, and he's a good goalkeeper, but he didn't perform well in Bayern. But this season, Manuel Neuer is back, then he's out, he's back, he's out. Bayern Munich needs to sign a player, and Alisson Becker is a good goalkeeper. He's a very decent goalkeeper. On his days, he will give you those saves, he will give you those good performances. So he's a good one. But judging by what Saudi Arabia are doing, they are trying to hijack the entire footballing world. The attention, the players, they are trying to hijack it. So if he goes to Saudi Arabia, kudos to him. If he still stays in Europe, stays in Liverpool or Bayern Munich, it's still well for his own career.
Okay, it's still good one for his career. But if you want the money, go to Saudi Arabia. But if you want to play very well, if you want stay in Europe where the world will be seeing you, but in Saudi, The money is there, and with your money, they can still see you. Right, all right, let's leave that and look at this one. He is the hottest, one of the hottest prospects, a young prospect in Europe this time around. We're talking about Jonathan David, where Newcastle, Inter Milan, three of them, Juventus, all three teams are in race to sign this Locksley striker, Jonathan David. Fantastic striker, very young. He's not up to 20. He's not up to 20 years of age, and now, like I said, he's one of the youngest, hottest prospects we have in Europe. That is Jonathan David, where these three top teams are actually struggling for his signature. I will now allow you to react to that, Sam. Before we go, we'll look at this last one, where you just say one or two. Liverpool keep tabs on Sevilla winger João Sanchez. I think Liverpool also are trying to see if Mo Salah would go to Saudi Arabia, and they want to see if they can get him. That is Jonathan David, the story before the last one. Jonathan David, one of the hottest prospects in Europe. But the one we're looking at is this fantastic guy, where he's a winger, João Sanchez, who plays for Sevilla. Okay, it's as if Sam is not there. Definitely, Sam.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, we're looking at Sanchez, who plays for Sevilla, winger, and we know that for Mo Salah, he's not really. He might not stay at Anfield come next summer. So Liverpool is trying to see who they can actually recruit that's going to fill in that space if Mo Salah definitely goes to the morning spinning Saudi Arabia.
Well, Liverpool are in need of players. They are.
Okay, all right. That is Liverpool are in need of players for Mo Salah. He might. Well, let's see what happens. Definitely, if the hierarchy in Anfield will be able to convince him to stay back for another maybe 2 seasons or 1 more season at Anfield. But that is what it is on the program 360 Sport this morning. Thanks, Sam, for joining on the show. It's a good one having you on 360 Sports. That is it on the program. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Say thanks for watching.